This week on Outdoor Bound TV, we spend a couple of days in mid-July with Prostaffer Bryan Bogdan at his resort near Snow Lake, Manitoba. First, we utilize some pretty unconventional techniques to target walleyes using bottom bouncers and crawler harnesses in feeder streams. Then we hook up our jigging wraps to target huge roaming female walleyes that are staged in the current on the main lake.
Unbelievable.
Look at that walleye.
There we go, right there.
There we go.
Pretty incredible.
That's what I'm talking about.
Very intense.
Look at the size of that northern. Awesome, awesome.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Mission by Matthews and Vortex Optics.
Mission Crossbow sets a new standard in crossbow design with the all-new Sub 1. With over 26 revolutionary patents, including 80% let-off SyncX cam system and CNC machined flight deck, the Sub 1 is the most accurate crossbow the world has ever seen. Featuring benchmark fire control, the Sub 1 is the first crossbow that allows you to safely decock with the push of a button. Unparalleled maneuverability, quality, and accuracy. The Sub 1 redefines the crossbow experience.
The Lithium Shuttle, only from Markham Technologies.
Junior! What's up, what's up, what's up?
Do I know you?
Dewey Ryder. I'm the new you, I'm the new model, I'm the upgrade. Oh, nobody told you?
No.
Oh, this is awkward. You know, I'm gonna be driving race cars around super fast in circles, riding wild, Mountain Dew, all the time. I'll take this, thank you. You just go on, just go ahead and clear frame.
Exit frame, Dale.
Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up. All the way.
This is weird.
I'm all the way up.
Big Bear Down has all the supplies you need for this year's hunting season. Check out our large selection of 10-point and Horton crossbows and accessories. Big Bear Down has added more hunting gear, deer attractant, mineral, and accessories to meet your needs. Come see our in-stock selection of hunting blinds, stands, game trail cameras, and more. Big Bear Down has the quality name brand products you can depend on again and again. Big Bear Down, conveniently located on Highway 13 in Abbotsford.
Hey, good morning everyone. We're here in Wekusko Falls, Manitoba. We're fishing with Prostaffer Bryan Bogdan from Wekusko Falls Lodge. Now, if you've watched the show in the past, you've seen us do some ice fishing here on Wekusko Lake. It's a fantastic lake for great numbers of walleyes and some really big walleyes. Now, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're here in the month of July. We're rigging for midsummer walleyes. Stay tuned, you're not going to want to miss this. There's a fish.
Try to get out of your weeds here for you.
Right in the corner of the lip. Look at that. Yeah. Beautiful fish.
Golden.
Isn't it though?
Yeah.
Now we're in a little different part of the lake. Tell us a little bit about where we're at here, Brian.
Well, right now we fished one of the bays. We're fishing along the cabbage just adjacent to it, and we weren't marking a whole lot. So I decided if they're not in the bay where they're normally supposed to be, now this is mid-July, you know, our water temperature is usually 72 degrees, 73 degrees surface temp, or warmer, and decided, well, if we're not catching them in the bay for where they have been,
right,
well, where are they? Either went really deep into the basin or pushed back up into one of the feeder creeks, which, you know, this water should be so warm that a walleye should not want to be in here right
That's
now.
right. Yeah, when you look around, you see it's grassy. It looks like we should be bass fishing in here. In fact, I think when we pulled in, I said, walleye?
Yeah. But, you know, it's, I'm sure there's going to be bigger ones in here once we get into this year class. This is about a 3-year-old, or probably a 3-year-old actually on this lake. But, you know, we were talking about it earlier that, you know, so many fishermen, like walleye fishermen, get stuck on just a jig and a minnow, or the time of year where they've fished perhaps, or just what they grew up fishing, and that's what they know and that's what they're comfortable with. And unless you're willing to go out there and try new things, or, you know, we're throwing a howitzer coming into this creek, to tell you the truth, but once you know, we picked up 2 fish within 20 yards of each other, and just like that, you know, you found them. And unless sometimes you're willing to go that extra mile and try something new, or try out a new piece of water, you don't know what you're actually missing.
That's exactly right, and that's really what we're doing today. As you can see, we've got bottom bouncers on. These are from Yakima bait, and it's called a spin and glow, and it really attracts a lot of attention. You can see it's a bright color, plus it's got the spinning float right on the bouncer itself. And then we've got about a 6-foot lead, and Brian's using just a standard spinner with a 2 hook setup, and he's using just a plastic worm.
Chartreuse is always a walleye color no matter where you go, and especially on Wekusko Lake, you know, the more stained water you have, of course, the more vibrant colors you want, and you know, something with glow or bright chartreuse and pink, just as a combo that always works.
You know, I can't help but think most dyed-in-the-wool walleye fishermen would see us in the middle of this creek in 6 feet of water in the middle of July with with bottom bouncers and spinners, and think we were absolutely crazy.
I agree completely. I think we're crazy, but you know, you got to go where the fish are. That's the name of the game.
That's exactly right. Well, let's get back down.
Absolutely.
And find some more. Ooh, you got one on? Yep. I can hear drag. Do you need some net help on this? Looks like he's pulling a little bit.
Feels like he's heavy, but it's probably a 24-inch. No, he's beat up.
Oh, yeah, he is. Another nice walleye.
Yeah, he's got a beat up old scarred up fin there. Solid fish. There he goes.
Catch and release.
Long distance, I like it. I'm using just an impregnated crawler. This is just a gulp. And the reason I'm using this is, in Wekusko Lake, we have so many fish here. You know, we have high population of walleye, we have high population of perch as well. And when you're using a live bait, sometimes you just feel them touch, and then you don't know if you need to reel up and check your bait, or just put back down and catch a fish just like that. So if you with the artificial, you know, if I miss a fish, I can just keep fishing, because I know he more than likely hasn't got it on me. And the more time you have your hook in the water with bait on it, the better success rate you're going to have catching more fish.
There's a fish.
Nice. Well, I'm going to keep fishing until we can get a double header here. There's no reason why we can't. Unless you need help, you just give me a word.
We're all right. That's fine.
I'll spin the boat away from it.
Awesome. Look at that. Another just great walleye. Look at, he has got that Yakima bait spinner. Now this is the Walleye Elite that we're using, and I tell you what, it's a double hook setup, and We've got one hook at his mouth and one in his side, but what a great fish. Just look at the shoulders on this fish. You know, we talk a lot when we come up here fishing. I love to fish up here because these walleyes are just absolutely huge and thick. Look at the shoulders on that fish. Some of the bodies of water that we fish, you know, the fish are really thin. They're not up here. Look at how nice and thick these fish are. Now this is probably a 22-inch, 23-inch fish, yeah. But I tell you what, he fought like he was a 30-inch. Yeah. Now when I rig, I like to let out just enough line so that when I clip the bail and go back, I can feel the bottom. You don't want the bottom bouncer dragging on the bottom. It's a bottom bouncer. So you want just ticking along on the bottom. And the key to doing that is just letting out enough line so that when you come back with the rod tip, you just feel the bottom just a little bit. You don't want to feel constant bang, bang, bang or constant pressure. That means you're dragging through the bottom. You're stirring up a lot of the mud and debris and so on.
Oh, that's a great walleye.
Is
This
it?
is the netter, yeah.
All right, I'll come and give you a hand.
This is the netter, absolutely. There you go.
Look at that fish.
That's a solid fish. That is a solid fish.
Look at that.
Just inhaled.
You know, we've talked about it all day that, you know, most people, I think most walleye fishermen, if they saw what we were doing right now in the middle of July, they'd probably think we were crazy, but you can't argue with the results.
Unfortunate thing here is we get so spoiled that, you know, we frown on you catch fish like that. Sometimes you get so spoiled, but still a beautiful fish.
And you see us rolling up from time to time. Because this area is pretty shallow and pretty weedy, we're checking our bait usually every probably 20-30 seconds. You can usually tell here, and it's kind of sounds crazy, but you can tell if you got weeds on your hook, because if you go about 30 seconds without getting bit like this, oh, just smashed it. See what I mean? About every 30 seconds, if you're not bit, you want to check to make sure you don't have grass or weeds on your bait. Oh, just another super walleye here in Wekusko Lake. Look at the beautiful gold colors on that fish. Now don't go away, because Outdoor Bound TV will be right back after these messages. Great fish.
Yeah, let's get some more.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Amsoil Synthetic Lubricants and Mountain Dew.
No matter what you're chasing on the ice this winter, Acme Tackle has you covered. From the innovative Hyper Glide and Hyper Rattle series to legendary Castmaster, Rattle Master, and Sidewinder spoons, or the all-new professional grade tungsten series, Acme Tackle has what you need. Visit acmetackle.com to check out our full product assortment. Acme Tackle rattles louder, glides further, and glows brighter. Get hooked up with Acme Tackle.
Optimizer by HHA Sports.
The Optimizer Kingpin marks the third generation of archery's #1 selling single pin adjustable sight. On the range or in the field, start ruling your kingdom today with the Optimizer Kingpin. The Optimizer Speed Dial. Extend the range and accuracy of your crossbow. To the yard accuracy with a single reticle. Simply range, dial, and shoot. All Optimizer sight systems are made in the USA and carry a 100% lifetime guarantee. Ask for Optimizer at a dealer near you.
Have you been dreaming of a dealership that treats you like a real person? Is it a time that you had an experience that you want to have? At Colby Chrysler Center, we want your total dealership experience to be about honest, low-pressure sales, our genuine 5-star service department, and a trusted relationship that lasts long after the sale. Stop in today and see why Colby Chrysler Center can make your dream a reality. Welcome home to Colby Chrysler.
Room Motors has been serving central Wisconsin since 1947 and offers a full line of quality Kubota tractors, mowers, and RTVs. Let the knowledgeable staff at Room Motors help you select the best Kubota RTV for you and your family. From weekend food plot maintenance to projects around your yard, You can count on Rue Motors for all your quality Kubota products at both convenient locations.
Rue Motors. Take the short drive up Highway 45 in Anigo and Burnhamwood.
That's a good fish. I'm not gaining any ground on this guy. He's doing nothing but taking line. That's incredible. Oh man, he's going. This is a big fish.
Well, as soon as he starts getting to surface, you let me know.
All right, I'm gaining ground. Oh man, he is a huge walleye.
Oh my goodness, Kurt.
Look at
Oh
this.
my goodness. Oh yeah.
Look at that, and he spit it right in the net.
Oh my gosh, that's a 13, 14 pound walleye, Kurt.
Unbelievable.
That is an
fish.
absolute giant.
Look at that fish.
That is
Can you
something.
believe
That is unbelievable.
Look at that walleye. Incredible. Look at how big that thing is in the front. I think this is probably my best walleye ever. Now, we haven't measured them yet. We're in northern Manitoba. We're fishing with Prostaffer Bryan Bogdan here at Wekusko Falls Lodge. We're on Tramping Lake, and we're doing something a bit different today. We're jigging wraps, Rapala jigging wraps in current. And look at, we haven't been here 2 minutes, and you had a fish on already, and then this guy hit, and look at the size of this beautiful Manitoba walleye.
I'm gonna guess it's 32 is my guess.
31.5 inches. Brian, what do you estimate that she weighs?
It would be right around that 12 pound mark.
12 pound.
Yep.
That's absolutely incredible.
It's a girthy fish. It's not a skinny fish by any standards. And you know, they're only a month and a half post spawn, so imagine that fish in the fall.
That'd be incredible.
Yeah.
She's an incredible fish right now. One of the things we always talk about, if you want to catch big walleyes, you have to fish where big walleyes live. And I'm telling you, northern Manitoba, Wekusko Falls Lodge, they live here. Well, we're going to get this one back in the water, and we're going to go back at it and see if we can put a few more in the boat.
There's more in there, absolutely.
All right, well, let's let this big girl go. Fantastic fish.
Awesome, good job.
Thanks. On top of him. Go get him. There you go, right there. I'll reel up, Brian, and give you a hand.
We'll see. He's not feeling super huge now. I don't know what's going on. You marked big. Yeah, he's all right. Barely hooked on this. Yeah, he was barely hooked. That's probably a 26. Probably 27 actually.
Yeah, 27-inch fish.
Yeah.
It is just incredible how these big females are stacked up in this current. And this is something you'd expect typically in the spring of the year, but it's not.
Yeah. Nice fish.
Boy, look at dark, just beautiful gold color.
Yeah. Beautiful fish, beautiful fish.
Incredible, northern Manitoba.
Yeah. Put this one back. You know we're spoiled when we don't even take pictures of 27 inchers anymore. Just throw them back. There you go. Back down. So I actually marked that fish and reeled up because I was way up in the current far ahead and dropped it down. And when you're using these jigging wraps, if you can see it on your sonar, you want to be just above them. And then it's a lot of times on that pause when you're just above them, they just shoot up and attack it. Just a triggering the bite is basically what it is. So,
you know, we use these jigging wraps a lot when we're ice fishing.
Yeah.
And you know, we had an opportunity earlier this year to use them out in Devil's Lake, and they were great on the white bass and on the walleyes. And now here in northern Manitoba, and I tell you, these big walleyes are just crushing.
They are. They love them.
So the jigging wraps we're using, I've noticed you've got all the barbs pinched down on that. Is there a barbless requirement here?
Yeah, in Manitoba, it's completely mandatory for all hooks that are, whatever's on your rod has to be debarbed. So you don't have to worry about doing your entire tackle box. I pre-do it just so you don't have to waste time when it's time to get fishing. But yeah, anything that's on your rod has to be barbed and just pinched so you don't feel a sharp point left on there. And And then it's nice with the jigging wraps because there's so many hooks of just popping them off like that.
Sure.
And if you do get one in your hand, then it pops out just as easy. So
that's right.
It's kind of a win-win for both catch and release and no hospital runs, as it happens.
Well, and where we're at, we're about 7 hours north of Winnipeg at Wekusko Falls Lodge, and it's near Snow Lake, Manitoba. So there's not a lot around here.
No, you're going for a little trip to do any type of minor surgery. That looks like another good one, Kurt.
Another heavy fish. Oh. Just pulling. You know, when you said at the bottom there's a fish, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Because these fish aren't real active when you hook them, and they stay right on the bottom. And this fish is...
I'm going to spin the boat to keep them out of the river. Can you get it over the rock? Got a double header.
You got one too?
Mine's not a big fish though. Let's see if mine will throw it actually.
Not a whole lot of ground on him, Brian, so you got a little time.
Well, the big mistake with people is trying to pull fish towards the boat. Yeah. And that's when you can lose fish. So I'd rather chase this fish down so we're more vertical over top of him.
Yeah, we're over the top of him and I'm getting some ground on him right now. There, I see the barrel. That's another huge walleye. Oh, there we go. Thank you very much, bud. I'm telling you folks, look at this. I've got to hoist the net. That blue jigging wrap did it again. Now this one's not quite as big as the last one, but it is a dandy none the least.
Yeah.
Look at that
That's
fish.
probably a full 28, that fish.
A 28-inch fish.
Absolutely.
Look at that. But look at the girth on them. They're just rock solid, like you were talking about earlier. And it's only a month and a half after the spawn, but boy, what a rock solid fish. That is incredible. Now here in Manitoba, in this area of Manitoba specifically, anything over 22 inches or 21.5 inches must be returned back to the water. So we're gonna go ahead and measure it up just to see what it is, and then we're gonna get this girl back in the water and see if we can catch some more here in Manitoba. What an incredible time.
That color is on fire right now.
And where they seem to hit is when I come down through the current, and when I change direction and start to pull it up, that's right where they seem to hit. This is not a big fish, but
you just let me know when you need help, Kurt. I'm just going to keep jigging and see if we can get a big double header on here.
I haven't been able to get them off the bottom yet, Brian, so I wouldn't hurry. And right there, drop. There we go. Just, you know, this probably isn't that long of a fish. He's probably in that 22-inch area, but just look at how thick these fish are. Just an incredible fight in this current. They put up a great fight with these jigging wraps, and what a fun day here in northern Manitoba. Incredible. All right, we'll put him back.
Yep.
All right.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by the W.C. Russell Moccasin Company and Nays Baits.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Latza Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Latza Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
What we chase cannot simply be caught. And what propels us takes far more than fuel. The distance we go is never measured in miles. And we find there's always more at the end of the line. Your moment is out there. Find it.
Since 1957, Meyer Buildings has offered full design and project management for your farm, equestrian, commercial, and storage building needs. Our recreational building line specializes in the design and construction of affordable, remote area buildings for the outdoorsman.
Bring your dreams to life with custom building solutions and Meyer Buildings. Whether it's a new vacation home, farm addition, or commercial project, our attention to detail is second to none.
My name is Jeff Meyer from Meyer Recreational Buildings. Call us today for a better way to build.
We handle your races, your jumps, and your trails. Isn't it time you give your daily driver the same love? AmSoil Signature Series Synthetic Motor Oil delivers 75% more engine protection against horsepower loss and wear than required by leading industry standards. And now, ordering AmSoil is even easier. Simply log on to qcamsoil.myamsoil.com and have quality AmSoil products delivered right to your door.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Rapala and HHA Sports.
Hit it on a pause there.
What do you got going over there?
I'm not sure. It's acting really funny though. I don't like pulling them. So I'm gonna probably...
Ooh. I think he figured out he's hooked.
I think he just figured out he's hooked.
Another incredible walleye.
That's a deep gold.
Wow, look at that fish.
That is deep gold.
29-inch fish.
Dark, deep gold in northern Manitoba.
Wow, beautiful fish. Brian, thanks a lot for taking us out today. It's been a load of fun catching these big walleyes here. Folks, if you're interested in coming to Manitoba to fish for walleyes with Brian and his wife Alyssa here at Wekusko Falls Lodge, all their information is right on the screen. Give them a call. You won't be disappointed. And we hope that you'll join us again here next week when we'll bring you more great hunting and fishing action from around the Midwest, around the nation, and around the world, right here on Outdoor Bound TV.
Oh, what a tank.
Beautiful fish.
It was better back in the water for somebody else.
All right, let's do it.
You fillet that right, you put that on the barbecue. It's a little bit of woody taste, but you can get over it.
Does it have a mud line in it you need to take out?
Yeah, the lateral line is pretty packed up to take out on these stick rope. They're
Yeah, we release them right at the boat. Never have to take them out of the water. Join us again here next week when we'll bring you more great hunting and fishing action from around the nation. I screwed that up.